Okay, I don't know if somebody else wrote a book about love here, but I'm finding as soon as I was looking for our thumbnail. Okay, so apparently that's by Love Is Always Enough. Susan. She said, it says on the screen, she said, sounds like it's something taken from a book, face reality. And I'm starting to notice that the more chances I give you, the more you prove that you are bad for me. I'm starting to understand that you're not going to change just because you say you are. And no matter how much I love you, that on its own can only take us but so far. Very good writing, very good writing. One writer to another. Okay, so let's look at that paragraph, that statement. Now, at the surface, what the writer, the speaker, is saying is absolutely true. True, to a certain extent. The extent to which it's true is this. This person with whom he or she is having a relationship does not want to change. This person is playing a game. Hence, that's what we say life is a game. Because life is a game because we are love. Life is a game because we are all powerful. We are playing a game of dumbing ourselves down to pretend to be dumb. That's why it's a game, because you can't really be touched once you come into your powers. So, how much she loves him, or how much he loves her, the speaker, let's say she, no matter how much I love you, that on its own can only take us so far. Yes, that her love can only take them so far in the relationship, because that's not where the guy wants to go. I just said that we're going to make the assumption that it's a guy who is at the receiving. The girl is speaking and the guy is the one being whatever. So the love, she's showing more love than he is, right? And that can only take them so far because he is not reciprocating the love. Well, in such a case, she must stop. She must stop wasting her love, because the other person is not reciprocating it. The other person is not valuing it. The other person is not respecting it. And if the person is not respecting it, the person is wasting it. And there are a lot of other people who are going to respect it. And if there are people who can respect it, that those people another person who might respect that love that she might give, might in turn have a positive influence on that husband later through the vast array circle of life known as universe. And even if it doesn't matter, because love is feeling better, not waste. Love just simply means that there must be some level of improvement. We must have something that says that there is something to be gained from this, and that it is not a useless experience. That is love. So this person, it can only take us so far. Their love can only go so far. Now, her higher level, for her to demonstrate a higher level of love, she must break away from the relationship. She must break up the relationship. And that is true love. That is a higher level of love, because she realizes that, or at least she would have realized that, she's not serving her higher purpose, her higher light, that she's wasting her time. And she's also wasting his time. Well, it's not she who is wasting his time. He's playing a game at the soul level, and his soul knows it, even though his mind might not know that he's playing a game. He's still playing a game. Souls are very devious, make no mistake about it. Because they are everything that has ever existed and will ever exist, they will continue playing games. Some of them, most of them, well, I don't know what the percentage is, but some of them will be dragged to. They will be forced. And that too is love. They will be forced, not literally like taking their arms and throwing it. Well, that might have to come to that, but the situation must be made very difficult for them, so that they will have to choose love. More specifically, if the people do not choose love because they're comfortable sucking other people's energy, well, how do we make it very uncomfortable for them? Now, I'm watching, I'm thinking of a friend who saw into my timeline. So, if he's listening now, he's going to know the kind of recommendations I will be making when I leave to other source, to the universe. When I say we must make it very difficult for those who are refusing to change, what I mean is this: you sometimes have to leave them behind. You take yourself out of the picture and see how they fare without you. See how they fare without the energy they're sucking, because they are everything that has ever existed, and they can take themselves out of the pain if they want to. They're choosing not to. See, so love is always enough, because this lady, if it is, it is a lady, right? She said, I'm so stupid. She said, I totally forgot I said that. She said, okay, so she said, it's a girl. So she said, so this lady or girl is showing a higher level, because sometimes to show a much bigger element of love, you have to step away, and the other person may feel pain. Because you are not that person's God, because that person has been lying at the soul level, the only choice left is for the person to go through his or her own outcomes and to feel. Only then will the person remember a bit more that he or she is love, and that he or she has been playing a game. So all these little things, or people throw out, love is not enough. Why love is not always? Here's another one. Why love is not always enough to keep people together? People don't always need to be together, because love is enough. Because love knows when you put two people who are toxic together, it'll be a disaster. When they've healed themselves, they can come together. So love is enough. It's hate that's not enough. It's negativity that is not good to keep people together. So when people say things, you have to see at what level of consciousness they're saying these things. And if they're paying attention to a higher, deeper level of understanding, often they're not. Here's another one. 4 reasons why love isn't enough. Why love isn't always enough. It's terrifying, isn't it? She whispered, that even love isn't always enough. That's false. Well, okay, that 4 thing I didn't. So that's love. Is not always yes, it is. Love is not always enough because you're not smart enough to see that it is always enough. You're always blaming somebody for your shortcomings. You want somebody to be your savior, to feed off of. You want to feed off somebody. You want to feed off somebody instead of taking ownership. Instead of remembering who you are, that you are a piece of the whole entire puzzle. Love is always enough. Love was enough when I was blaming my own source. And I have nothing but respect for my own source now for having made me gone through the terrible experience. You see, one of the things that I admire about Source is that those of us who come here to volunteer, who get stuck, it doesn't matter. Our higher self will make sure we have the same exact experience, that we were tortured, if that is what it takes for us to realize what we need to do. But that I respect. I respect that. You know what? And that's the same level of advice that I'll be giving when I leave. And that's what I'm giving now. In actuality, I just don't want to be bothered when I leave this place. It's going to take a lot of love for me to even answer people when I leave, because I'm just disgusted. I'm still disgusted. What's keeping me from what's causing me to make these videos? Because I remember people like 1 or 2 people like me who were in the same situation. I remember a white lady who came through loud and clear. I don't know how long from now when she came through. I felt her energy. I don't remember. I don't know if it's 100, 200, 300,000, 500,000 years from now. I don't remember. I don't know. I can't put a number to it. But I know it's not any time in the near future. But her love was so strong, I felt it. I don't know if I've talked about this before. I felt it. That was at the same time I was driving and I was feeling the energy of my brother returning to Source with me. And this woman, and I saw a brief visual of her in the future. She was just filled with emotions, and she was trying to either, I don't know, talk to people, spread the message, or she was doing something. And she was just with tears, and I was like, holy shit. And because I remember telling a friend, Jose, in Peru, that it's going to take, I remember telling him when we came back, it's going to take a whole lot for me to, he said people would be calling me to talk to me. I was like, screw that. Who's going to call me to talk to me? These people don't give a shit. Or very few people do. And that's the only reason why I'm still making these videos. But when I felt that energy, of that lady in Rockland County, as I was driving up the hill, that was so strong. It was like I had no choice but to witness this vision, this be awake. It was like, so love is more than being enough. Love will compel you to your knees. Love will compel you to open your eyes if it's deep enough. Love, my friends, of all the things that exist, only one crosses all barriers. Love. Godspeed.